Hey, welcome to my Ocean One channel. I'm in the process of doing videos over the Fisker Ocean, and this is my second part of a series of doing videos over the ocean. And what I want to do is I want to break these up into different segments. Now, I've already done one, so if you've not watched part one, I would encourage you to watch that. And I would actually encourage you to watch the one in landscape mode, because that was a mistake on my part. And I ended up having my first video in portrait mode, and then I fixed it and I put it in landscape mode. But this second video tries to focus mostly on the tech. Now, I don't go through every single thing here. I don't meticulously go through the ocean. I'm just driving to get my daughter, and I go over the tech in the ocean. So hopefully you'll find this enjoyable. And if you're liking my content, when you're done with this, just like and subscribe. I'm just trying to grow my YouTube channel and get accurate information out for the company. I do videos on the finance side too, and I do videos for the product, the Fisker Ocean. So I'm now well into 5,000 miles, and I want to share my experiences with you guys. So I hope you enjoy this. All right, how's the tech in the ocean? Well, it's got traffic light recognition. Tells me the light's red. It's going to beep when it turns green. It's got live traffic data. The maps work very well, and you can see down here that it has a green arrow, so that's telling me where I am going, that there's no delay using the live traffic data, just like Google Maps would do. Hear that? Light's green. Another thing that it has is blind spot detection. Shows up in the side mirror, shows up on the little screen in front of you, and shows up there. So no matter where your eyes are, blind spot detection has you covered. Pretty cool. Now, just in case you're wondering, here are all the safety features that the Fisker Ocean has: front collision mitigation, lane departure warning and lane keep assist, blind spot detection and side collision mitigation, driver attention warning, door opening warning, and traffic light assist. And they all work pretty good. So if you have the lane departure warning and lane keep assist set up like this, well, what can you expect? Well, let's mess around just a little bit. Gonna nudge the car just ever so slightly to the right, make it go toward the lane. You can see, it gave me an audible warning and put me right back where I should be. I'm going to try that again. Nudge it ever so slightly to the right. Perfect. Now, I don't have anybody coming on the left. Well, yes I do. I'm going to hold up on that for a moment. Let that guy pass. Okay. There he is in my blind spot. I love that it lights up in all three places. I find that so cool. Okay, now I'm going to nudge it ever so slightly to the left. Great job, Ocean. Good job. Going to nudge it back to the right ever so slightly. Great job, Ocean. Back in my blind spot. All three places. Very cool. Gotta love the tech there. Now, one thing I am going to do is I am going to turn the audible alert off. Now, I only did that for demonstrations. I actually like to keep that off. So, let's do this again without the audible alert. Going to nudge it ever so slightly to the left. Pulled me back perfectly. Great job, Ocean. Going to do it one more time to the right. And great job, Ocean. Saw the little light flashing on the bottom right corner there. Pulled me back. This system works pretty much flawlessly. Now, how's the passing power? Okay, we got this truck in front of us. Let's pretend I need to pass somebody pretty quick. Oh, mercy sakes alive. Okay, let's let off the accelerator here just a little bit. I think you guys get the picture. Passing power in the Fisker Ocean is just unreal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. So passing power, check. Passing power is incredible. Check. Now, since we're talking about the tech, the Fisker Ocean always shows you the speed limit that you should be going, and it also shows the directions on the screen in front of the driver. That's something that I very much enjoy. I have found the tech on the Ocean to just be very, very good and only getting better. The only drawback to the tech right now is the FI pilot is currently inactive, so it's relying mostly on cameras and stuff like that. And the FI pilot, if you're not aware, is going to be using 4D radar. And another drawback is currently the cruise control. The cruise control is regular old dumb cruise control. You know, you set a speed, it holds it there, and that works great. It holds a speed. I'm not using it right now, but it holds a speed incredibly well. But we do not currently have adaptive cruise, and that will come out in May as part of the ADAS suite. Talking about the FI pilot, if you go to driving assistance on the FI pilot, you can see that there's nothing active there yet. So that's supposed to be coming in May. Really looking forward to that. We should do passing one more time. How about it? Okay, I'm not even flooring it there. Oh my goodness gracious sakes alive. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the power in this thing is just incredible. You press the accelerator down, there's no revving anything up, there's no kicking anything down, there's just you go. Wow. It's crazy fast. Now, something else I'm actually a huge fan of is the blinker. And I know that seems like such a small thing, but I'm going to put the blinker up, and I want you to listen very carefully. That the blinker basically makes no sound on the stalk. It's buttery smooth. There's no clicking, there's no nothing. Which, you know, when you're driving an electric vehicle, I think every sound should have a purpose. And since it's so quiet in here, I love that it doesn't make a click when you use it. Now, of course, the blinker clicks, of course, you know, it's making an audible sound, but the stalk itself does not. Since we're talking about the tech of the Ocean, we also have two wireless chargers there. You have one there and one over there. They work great. You also have the physical buttons, and at first, that may not seem like much tech. You know, that's almost old tech. But sometimes there's no substitute for having buttons. And I love that it actually has buttons. It has buttons for the climate, button for the fan, button for the home screen, button for the volume. Yes, sometimes the simple things do matter. And in some cars, you know, they don't have buttons. You have to do everything from the screen, which I think personally makes it very dangerous to operate. So I love the fact that it has buttons for everyday driving functions. Okay, I'm coming up on a light again, so let's demonstrate how the Ocean recognizes lights here. Okay, I've pulled up here to the light, and you can see that it's red there. Now, I'm over here in Williamsburg, Kentucky. I drive over here 1, 2, 3. I drove over 3 times a week. 1 to drop my daughter off, 2 to pick her up, and then 1 to come over here and spend some time with her. And right down the road is an Electrify America station. Sometimes I use that, but most of the time I don't need to use it. I just use it for the heck of it, just to use it. Now I'm waiting on the light to turn green here, of course, so you can see how quickly it responds to a light turning green. Longest flight in America. Hey, there we go. Good job. Now, it just wouldn't be right to talk about the tech in the ocean without demonstrating Hollywood mode. So, let's put this bad boy in Hollywood mode here. And let's go to maybe YouTube. Okay, I guess YouTube can't get me for playing my own video. All right. Hey guys, welcome to my Ocean One channel. I've done a 3,000 mile review and I've done a 4,000 mile review, and I would actually 5,000 miles today. And I was like, okay, that's a great way to start. Oh, I just realized why I couldn't put it in landscape mode. That's the one I messed up. Software 1.11. Let's try this one. So now I'm able to put that one in landscape mode. All right, guys, welcome to my Ocean. So there I am. I uploaded my video and it messed up the first. All right, very cool indeed. So of course, most of you are not going to watch me. You're going to watch other things. I recorded. So it just wouldn't be right to not talk about the cameras when we're talking about the tech on the ocean. So I've got it on the front camera here. So let's press this camera, and that's the split screen view. I found that super helpful when you're going around things like the drive-thru, so you don't scratch your rims or anything like that. And here is the backup camera, the side view camera, the right side view camera, and the 360-degree camera. Check this out. Talk about cool. That is cool all day long. So if you were worried about where you were parking or what's around you, very cool indeed. Now also, and I will demonstrate this while I'm driving, we also have the digital rear view camera. Nice tech. I'd actually never had a car with a digital rear view camera in it. So here we have, let me try to do this here. Okay, there we have the regular view. Okay, and now I'm going to flip it. Okay, and now we have the digital rear view camera. So that's very cool. Very cool indeed. Okay, now another thing about the tech is this thing has California mode, and it has a solar panel. And up there you see Fisker on the sign. So let's check out California mode. Oh yeah, you can see every window just dropped there. Now I'm over here at Cumberland College picking up my daughter. Actually, she's in the car and pressed California mode for me. And you can see what a hole you have up there for California mode. That solar panel is huge. Look at that. And then back here, of course, you've got doggy mode. You've got this that rolls down, of course, for extra storage, so you could hang stuff out if you wanted to. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the tech in this ocean is pretty darn good. Now another thing that we have for the tech is this blinker high up. Now look at that, and you might be thinking, well, why in the world would you have a blinker up there? Well, you've got a blinker down here, okay? And you've got a blinker up there. So let's say that you're driving on the interstate and maybe you're next to a tractor trailer and maybe you're changing lanes. I'm going to turn on the right blinker here. Well, let's turn this one on too. You see the blinker here in your light. And of course you've got the blinker there. Now let's do this real fast. Let's turn on the right blinker. So of course that one's off now. Got that one down there. Got this one up here. This one's mostly for safety, you know, so if you're passing a tractor trailer or something like that, keeping my daughter off the camera here. She doesn't want to be on the camera and I don't blame her. So there you go. Car is packed full of tech and features. Very cool indeed. Just can't wait to get this active. That right there. So the 4D radar is active. Really looking forward to the update in May. And still talking about tech, you've got your front camera. You've got your camera here. Your backup camera. And your digital rear view camera that I just demonstrated. Very cool. Another piece of technology here is the center screen. Notice that it's blue. That's because I'm going down a hill and it's putting energy back into the battery. Now just as soon as I press on the accelerator, it's going to start counting up, like right here. Okay, now you see the little red rings. The sun might be fading that out just a little bit. That may be hard to see, but when you're pressing the accelerator, the red rings expand out, and when you let off the accelerator like I just did, the blue rings go in. So that lets you know if you're an energy producer or an energy consumer. Okay, let's talk about a little more technology. Let's talk about the 3 driving modes. Currently I'm in Earth mode, which is front wheel drive, and then we have Fun mode, which is all-wheel drive and adds a significant amount of throttle response and, well, I would even say horsepower to it. And then we have Hyper mode, which is just unleashing the beast here and giving you the full access to the battery power. So those 3 modes are very useful. I almost always drive in Earth mode because I'm kind of a chill guy anyway, and I'm kind of a lazy driver. But, you know, it is fun to put it in fun mode, and it is fun to put it in hyper mode. Both of those modes are very fun to drive in. Now, let's be fair. What is the Ocean lacking in technology right now? Well, it's lacking voice controls. You can see I have the button here for it, but it doesn't do anything. And it's my understanding that the Fisker Ocean will be Alexa enabled, and after 2.0, there's an update after 2.0. I'm pretty sure that's now being named 2.1, and once that gets activated, the Ocean will have voice controls. And I really look forward to that because I do miss having certain voice controls. So Alexa works very good. I'm sure it's going to work very well in the Ocean. So I do look forward to that. But the tech in the Ocean is very good, and each update that the Ocean has experienced has made the tech in the Ocean that much better. And the other drawback to the tech currently is, as I mentioned previously, we do not have the 4D radar active, and I do think that's going to be world class once that is activated. I mean, very cool. You're simply going to be able to pull into a parking lot and say, park my car. You know, that's eventually where we will be. So don't underestimate just how good 4D radar is going to be. Nobody else has 4D radar. That is world class. So very much looking forward to 4D radar. Alright guys, I want to go over the screen here. I'm going to put the car on cruise, and my daughter is recording for me. All of the controls, except, you know, the bar down here, which I am very impressed with, are built into this screen. And this screen is super responsive. I'm very impressed with the screen. No matter where you tap, you get a response. So one thing that we can do though is we can go to the driving here, and this screen, you know, we can mess with it, we can zoom it in, zoom it out. That works extremely well. We can press the home button here, which I'm going to tap. You can tap the home button, and that always brings you back to this screen. Now what I did with the directions here is I actually cleared everything because I wanted to be able to show you guys the directions and walk you through this, but I didn't want to show my home address. So I cleared everything, and you can actually clear every place that you've ever been on the Fisker Ocean, and that's what I just did. So, you know, one thing that I will point out though, you know, if we go to directions, is you have all these buttons to choose from. So you can go here and clear everything. You can set your home, you can favorite places, but I'm going to use this as an example, and we can look for charging stations, and you can separate it out by 50 kilowatts and 150 kilowatts, and you can see here it's already populating those. So let's say we're looking for 150 kilowatt. Now in my area there's not many to choose from, so this is actually sending you back to Cumberland College, because there is a 150 kilowatt and there's a 350 kilowatt at Cumberland College. So all of that works very good. Now I'm going to try to demonstrate the radio here very quickly, because I do like, now you have to remember, I live in an area where there's not a lot of radio stations, but these are my favorites. You can set these up for favorites, and if you go here, what it will do is it will populate all of the radio stations that you can choose from. You don't have to search and scan, it just automatically brings them up. And I really enjoy that, because instead, you know, in the past it was always search, scan, so now it just pops up, and most radio stations will tell you what the genre is. So, you know, here a lot of times it will say country music, Christian music, stuff like that. You can go here to pair your phones. You can go there for trips, and you know, so the tech is just getting better and better in the Fisker Ocean. So you can see right now I have driven 5,213 miles, and the next big tech that comes through for the Fisker Ocean is simply going to be update 2.0. Now another thing here is, you know, you can control all of this. You can put it on auto, you can adjust the air vents, you know, you can pull those around. I rarely ever adjust those. I pretty much just leave those alone, but you can adjust them. And if it's blowing cool air, it will show a blue ring, and if it's blowing warm air, it will show a red ring. And of course you've got heated seats for the front and the back if you choose to use those. And of course this particular Ocean is an Ocean 1, so of course it has heated steering wheel. Alright, now the last thing I'm really going to talk about as far as the tech on the Ocean, and again, I'm breaking my videos up into several videos. I don't think I can do the Ocean justice by just doing one big long review, so I wanted to break it up into different videos. If you look over here, I have 60% and I have 208 miles. I don't think the Ocean simply gets enough credit for having such an outstanding range in the Fisker Ocean. It's EPA rated for 360 miles. Who else has 360 miles? I mean, this thing is a true SUV. It's all-wheel drive. It's a big vehicle. Who else has 360 miles? I can't think of anybody that has an SUV in this price range that's set up like the Fisker Ocean that even comes close to it in range. So, you know, the Tesla Model Y doesn't even hold a candle to the 360 mile range, and I would consider that, you know, it's probably #1 competitor. So I think once Fisker gets all of the updates out, especially the May update, I think the Fisker Ocean is going to be a true standout in the technology department. Alright guys, I'm home, and that wraps up my technology video for my Fisker Ocean reviews part 2, and I hope you found it useful, and I hope you see things that you could enjoy with your own Fisker Ocean. And if you have any suggestions for my videos, just let me know. I will definitely consider them. Most of my reviews have been consumer led, so you know, if you do have suggestions, just let me know. And if you're liking my content, just subscribe to my channel and like this video. Of course, liking the videos always helps the YouTube algorithms. And my main concern is to get information out about the Fisker Ocean and Fisker as the company, but more importantly, accurate information. I think there's a lot of disinformation out there for the Fisker and the Fisker brand. All right, guys, thanks a lot, and until next time.